Hey, Encourage Me fam, welcome back to part 3 of the topic, Will Your Faith Interrupt Jesus Christ? I pray you were blessed by the 2 episodes prior to this. If you haven't listened to them, I encourage you to go ahead and listen to them. So again, the 2 texts that I am coming from for this episode is Mark chapter 5 and Mark 10:46 to 52. So Mark chapter 5, 25 to 34, which talks about the woman with the issue of blood, and Mark 10:46 to 52, which talks about blind Bartimaeus. So I left off at the previous episode by saying that our situation is not too much for God to enter. You see, blind Bartimaeus, he was sitting there. He was sitting by the wayside, by the highway, begging. He was blind. He didn't know what else to do. I'm sure he couldn't work because of his condition. And so he did what he could do. He was desperate for help. And so he went there, sat by the way, and begged. Sometimes I'm sure he felt hopeless. I'm sure he felt like, why am I even coming here at times? And at times you don't know if people are honest, if they don't dip in his pan and take out, some stuff that, some money that the people put in there. And so he was there, and the same way, like the woman with the issue of blood, blind Bartimaeus heard that Jesus was coming. He was passing by. And 47 of the text says, and when he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Blind Bartimaeus knew the lineage that Jesus is from. And so he points to that lineage because he knows that lineage brings about divine, let me tell you something, divine encounter, divine restoration, divine transformation. And he said it, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. And while he was doing that, many charge him, 48, many charge him that he should hold his peace. But he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. 49, and Jesus stood still and commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man, saying unto him, be of good comfort, rise, he calleth thee. And verse 50, and he, casting away his garment, rose and came to Jesus. He didn't just cry out to him. He listened to the command. He obeyed the instruction, and he went to Jesus. He went. And when he went there, Jesus answered and said unto him, what wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. You see, he didn't just get the miracle. He wanted the miracle worker. You see, a desperate cry will cause a holy interruption. The opposition that this man faced did not stop him from rising up from his state and going to see Jesus. You see, many of us are facing some opposition, And because of those opposition, we are delaying ourselves from going to do that which God has called us to do by faith. You see, faith is sparked by hearing. Faith is sparked by hearing. This man's pathway of destiny needed Jesus' intervention, according to Pastor Junior Smith. What people sees as interruption, God sees as divine appointment. Don't let the crowd manage your faith. Again, according to Pastor Junior Smith. So my question again, will your faith interrupt Jesus? How is your faith? When you know who you are and whose you are, you can step out by faith and believe that God will come and meet you at your point of need. My God. Listen, I'm coming back with part 4 because these two texts have blessed me richly. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for God for, allowing us to hear the word this morning, Sunday, on our platform by our pastor, Junior Smith. And so be blessed. If you want to hear the full message, I will pin it in the comment section, or you can just type in EHC, Ebenezer Holiness, on YouTube, EHC TV Toronto, and you will find it. God bless you. Take care.